I'm here to announce the system, the implementation of the system following a lengthy research and development process. We're confident that the system is world best practice and it's been benchmarked against other states' systems, and we're very proud of it. We see it as the cornerstone of the government's administration so far, and we think that the electorate will be happy with it. Those who voted for us, those who voted against us, and those who didn't vote, and those who can't yet vote. So, what is this system? Well, it's systemic, systematic and systematized, and a number of resources go into powering it, the first of which is human resources, known in my government as people. The second input is financial resources, such as our almost whole dollar, and we're satisfied with the way that's tracking, and we thank the Department of Finance, the Treasury and the Reserve Bank. We don't thank the Reserve Bank in a way that implies that they're doing what we want them to do. We thank them for behaving in a completely independent way, without any influence, undue, subtle or robust from us. That is, we are completely separate from the Reserve Bank. I just want to make that clear. And talking about things that are clear and not opaque, things that are straightforward and neither complex nor complicated, I'm very happy to continue to talk about the resources that power the system. So we've mentioned human resources and, of course, the financial resources, but there's the physical resources of property, of plant and of equipment. There's natural resources such as a beautiful environment here, and of course temporarily there's the ultimate finite resource, time, which is either a denominator or a numerator depending on where you did your math or maths, given that Australia is a pluralistic society, multicultural or not. So what we've done is we've input those inputs as input and then as throughput, propelled them as output, and measured them initially qualitatively and ultimately quantitatively against a plethora of hierarchies and an aggregation of continua, followed by a collection of assessment criteria, and then fed them back into the system for calibration. And really, in a way, you know, the Urubus, the snake in Hindu mythology, which impossibly swallowed its own tail, the system is also part of its own input as a kind of endlessly self-referencing feedback loop. We then, of course, made sure that we had an overlay of values, the values that we stand for, and those values feed into our vision. And our vision, in turn, informs and circumscribes our mission, and so too onto our strategy. So we've got values, vision, mission, and strategy lined up. All those ducks are in a row. Whether you're vegetarian or not, that's a good thing. The ducks could be living still, and they could be like our government, paddling in the lake, still on the surface, those ducks, and paddling furiously under the water, and that's a little bit like our public servants. Not that our public servants are underwater or even inundated with work, not that they're lazy or poorly motivated. It's just a metaphor, or perhaps an allegory or an illusion, something like a simile, I think. And what we've been able to do is, if you like, with the help of some bright young PhD students, and because my government is not ageist, we also got some bright old PhD students, and we're sure that they'll graduate, and that's a good thing, because we're not ageist or racist or sexist or homophobic or genderist in any way, shape or form. We're a government for all. And we're very proud to be a government for all. And many things in our government are free. Not that it's a free for all, but freedom is very important. These doctoral students, they they created some simultaneously hypothetical and theoretical converging and simultaneously diverging parallel lines to interconnect the various component parts of the values, vision, mission and strategy on the one hand with the thinking system based on systems thinking, which is systematic and systematized on the other. So, of course, all of this is predicated on an idea, and as Australians we're proudly anti-intellectual, but I commend to you and to myself really in a self-reflexive way and also a self-reflecting way the value of ideas, and this idea it really began as a precept and then was enhanced into a concept, ameliorated into I suppose a template, and certainly represented as such, just one with two axes, X and Y, and four quadrants before the Senate Select Committee into Finance and Administration exploded it into a three-dimensional Rubik's Cube type manifestation of the same and pushed out the other side as a shifted paradigm. Anyway, I mentioned all this before I begin in order to clarify and classify and categorize and systematize some of the terms and concepts that I hope that we'll go through in the next 2 or 3 minutes. So I asked for questions beforehand and haven't received any. That's a little bit disappointing, but I can't expect much from the level of literacy or even numeracy amongst the journalistic enclave that I have in front of me. But I'm pleased. I'm pleased that any potential questions, any possible questions, have been answered either in advance or now.